To the public, and it looks like we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Gamers at Large podcast, episode number 9. And here we're going to have an order from left to right, introducing themselves. Popping right in, we're going to have Gilbert. Gil, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, introduce yourself, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Gilligan Stash, also known as Gilbert from Facebook. I'm the owner of a Facebook group called the True Nintendo Fans. So if you guys like to join in, you can.
Okay. Alrighty then. Up next, we got ourselves the resident me that could. We got Mr. Butterworth. Do your thing.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jamie Butterworth here. Hanging out, doing podcast stuff. Yeah.
And up next, we got Boo. Kid Boo. Jay, go ahead, man. Do your thing.
Really, dude? You just gonna start? All right. Anyway, hey everybody, up for another episode. I hope y'all have fun. I'm probably gonna act crazy. Y'all already know the score.
All right. And here we got Shaner123 from the GN Tech TV crew.
Hey, what's up, guys? Shaner123 at GN Tech TV. I'm real happy to be here. Nate's not here, but I'll fill in for the both of us.
Alrighty then. And
You
up
sound you sound like a younger gamer, Nate.
next, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
You got some pretty small shorts to fill there, man.
Oh man.
Up next, we got Tobias, aka Shadow Fox.
Shadow Fox Prime, you know who it is. Keep it gaming, pimping, multitask.
There we go. And up next, we got a new guest here, Vicky. How you doing, Vicky? Victoria. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Don't be afraid. You can say hello.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Hello, everybody. I'm Victoria White. I'm the blogger for Fangirl Review.
Alrighty, there we go. Now that we got that squared away and we got our guest here, we have our resident Cool Daddy Smooth, the Zen Gamer.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Z in the house, but just barely. so let's do this thing.
And of course, there's me, myself, and I, QMC Quan Manchu, your host for this evening. And so let's get this little podcast started. Anybody has a topic for us to start off with before we head into the whole question segment? Bueller.
I would, but my topics are
You know what?
heavy, so let's
I do.
The topic I want to talk about is the Nintendo disabling the swap no feature and also the friends gallery thing.
Oh, good one. Now, let me ask you a question, guys. First of all, is anybody opposed to the idea of them disabling it outright? I'm just curious.
No.
At first I was, but then I'm like, and then when I thought about it, I'm like, nah, not really.
Yeah, that's where I kind of stand on it, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where if they're seeing like an issue like that, it's best to nip it in the bud off the rip before something crazy happens.
I gotta agree there because it's a case of damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's people like myself and like my household who use it for what it's supposed to be used for. And then you got those people that are sitting up there lurking on subways looking for opportune screen caps. You know the ones that I'm talking about. They have a very, very lurid reputation over there in certain places. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, I'm trying to be polite. Trying to be polite. Keep it at PG-13. So what do you think about this whole entire issue, Zen?
You know what? It's just Nintendo covering their butts. It's as everyone already knows. Basically, one bad apple spoils the entire bunch. So, did they say whether or not it was indefinite or it might come back? I don't know.
It may come back.
Well, it may come back, and hopefully by then, all of the persons that Quan so politely referred to may disperse.
What do you think, Victoria, of this whole situation about them disabling that feature?
I kind of understand why they did it. I haven't had a chance to actually ever use the swap note, so it doesn't even bother me because I never even used it. So, hey, I understand. They gotta protect the kids. Okay.
Not to mention, it's not even just kids. Cause come on, imagine some lewd individual sitting up here taking an unfortunate pic of somebody, be it male, female, whatever, what have you. I mean, dude, there's pervs all the world over, and it doesn't even have to be gender specific nowadays, because you never know.
Okay, yo, I'm gonna give you an example of why they probably took this off and what can happen. Let me see. It was Uno on the Xbox 360, Uno Rush or whatever the name of the game is. Xbox Live. Short story is we got this dude who has a Kinect, and he's straight up naked playing Uno.
Oh, they did that before the Kinect. They did that with the Xbox camera.
Yo, I had to rush my family out of the room because they in there with me. So, yeah. And I'm panicking trying to take this thing off, and nothing's working.
Lord, dude, they trying to turn it into chat roulette.
I have no idea what his intentions were, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. So taking it off probably the safer route.
Oh Lord. Yeah, not to mention those real disastrous selfies.
Yep.
Oh Lord. Anywho, so like I said, anybody got anything else to chime in on this little subject right here?
I'm just wondering how one of the members of our Google Plus community, I mean, he's put in over 300 hours in the swap node. I'm wondering how he's feeling about this because I haven't heard a word from him.
Oh Lord, maybe that's his only form of communication.
Yeah. You know what? I hadn't seen him online lately.
Uh-oh.
I've seen him here and there, but he hasn't posted a lot lately.
Oh
Lord.
Yeah, cause we had a couple people. They put in man. It's just swap notes out 3-4 times a day.
Oh good Lord. It's become their version of Twitter.
Basically.
Pretty much.
It was cool. Like it was cool if you had a lot of people that you talk to via 3DS a lot. It was actually pretty cool and functional.
You know the thing is though, I'm gonna miss them little notes from Nintendo's Nikki going, "Oh well, and we got this new thing coming in here and blah blah blah." I'm gonna miss those.
Yeah, with them ugly drawings.
Yeah, the ugly drawings. That was half the fun, dude. I mean, you see the little messages pop up out of nowhere. It's like, oh, cool.
And then I have to fast forward through it.
Oh come on, dude.
No, I'm joking, man. It's obvious he did not take Art Academy. I'm just saying.
Well, there is worse. I've seen worse. All right, let me see. All right, then. So, what we're gonna have for the next topic, aside from the whole swap note fiasco?
Actually, I want to say something about the whole swap note thing.
Go for it.
Well, let's see. At first, I was kind of upset. No, actually, I was pretty upset at Nintendo for doing that. But now, taking a look at it, I'll probably just get over it anyways because, I wish that Nintendo could have handled this better. But I guess there's probably no other way for Nintendo to do for what they
cover their
can
own,
do.
Yeah, because all it takes is one negligent parent.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, it's shaded. Like, okay, you're a parent, right?
Yep.
So why don't you chime in on this, man?
Well, I'm not a bad parent. I pay attention to what my kids are doing. But let's to say that I weren't I have a 10-year-old son that wants to get into Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that. And no matter how many times you tell them they're just too young, it doesn't necessarily always work. So when you turn your back, they're going to do what they're going to do. And, it's best that Nintendo just covers their own butt. and
Yeah.
I think that's what they've done.
I guess the comment that I have to say about this is it clearly proves that Spot Pass was literally peer-to-peer. Because they have no way of actually managing the infrastructure. Once you send a message from somebody to somebody else and they actually accept it, it's clearly cut and dry. There's nothing they can do to pull it back or anything like that.
Yeah, it's there forever.
At the original article, well, I originally saw it on Joystick. Basically, from the press release they put out, the kids were voluntarily sending this to each other. So it wasn't anything like somebody, hey, I'm stealing your gamer code, and then I'm forcibly making you view this. Kids were doing this to send to themselves, so they were agreeing to do this commit to this kind of behavior. So Nintendo obviously had opt out. They couldn't control the situation, so they're either going to shut it down indefinitely, or they're going to bring it back up at some point in time where you actually have to connect to a third party or some type of a host bridge in between to where they can manage the content like they do on Wii U.
Well, you know what the thing is, though? Pretty soon they're thinking about unifying the whole account system between the 3DS and the Wii U anyway. So this might be just a further motivation for them to speed up the process, you know?
Yeah, Miiverse for 3DS needs to happen like right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
I really do need that.
All right, since Vicky doesn't have too much time left, we're going to let her get the next topic. All right? And there you go. Vicky, do you have a topic for us?
I didn't really actually prepare a topic, so you can throw anything at me.
Okay. All right, so then let's go for something a little bit more, let me see. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to
I got a question. I got a question for Vicky. How does it feel to be the elusive legend? Because apparently you guys don't exist.
Oh, yeah, female gamers.
We always hear this all the time. Oh my God, it's a girl. That's not really a girl. That's a little boy. We always get that.
Yeah, high-pitched voice.
You're
It's
a rare
actually-
breed, apparently.
Yeah, it's actually quite funny being a girl gamer, especially when you're in like a chat room playing like Call of Duty or something.
Oh,
And
Lord.
then they'll literally stop. Like, wait, that's a girl? Oh my gosh, it's a girl. And they're like, oh, well, how are you doing? And I get all these friend requests. I'm like,
The thirst is strong with this one.
Stop the presses. I have got to know this person.
We're in the middle, man. We're in the middle of a death match. I don't care.
friend requests. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
Lord.
gosh. So a lot of
Oh.
times I just stay in the chat room with just my family and friends, and I'm like, don't stay away because
I'm
the
surprised
creepers
you don't
come
take
out.
advantage. You'd be like, it's okay, just stand there and get shot. I'll
Well,
shoot you
human
after.
shield number one.
Well, and plus they usually figure it out because I'm the one with the scope that has a little heart on it. 'cause
Oh,
I
God.
like my face as I shoot people.
Here's another question for you. You do own a Wii U, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you noticed that there are a lot more females on Miiverse than there are on any other?
Oh, yeah, very good point.
There are a lot of females on there.
Way more than on most social networks that you see in gaming.
That's true.
That's interesting that the demographic that you see there tends to be like more gender neutral in the Wii U than you see over there. Like let's say in Xbox Live, it's more like it's like a dude bro fest over there. Man.
Yo, but Quan, there's a very simple reason why.
Nintendo's
That,
doing
The
that,
ladies.
ladies would actually flock to the Wii U over Xbox Live because every time there's a lady on Wii U, it's just a girl gamer, right? But the Xbox Live, it turns straight up into bar scenario.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! See, if you sit up here and game on the Wii U, you'll be like, oh cool. Oh, you're a Monster Hunter? Okay, cool. That's awesome. You go over there to Xbox.
Check out my gamer score. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but that's just.
Oh Lord! Oh no! Yeah,
you do another Monster Hunter
stuff over
sometime
there.
soon.
Monster Hunter is just everybody chilling, having fun, and usually basically trash talking the one dude that got everybody wiped.
Normally me.
Oh Lord, come on! That's what the fun thing about Monster Hunter though is. If that's a skill-based game. I don't care what anybody say. You got to know what you're doing in Monster Hunter. If you don't, you will have your teams behind handed to them.
Or you just have to know how to use a human shield, or decoy, or dummy.
I swear to you, every time I see somebody with a hunting horn, I feel like ditching the party. I'm like,
You too?
as soon as I see the hunting horn, I'm like, nah, man, You're gonna see, watch, dude, nothing but splash damage. Here it
Time to
comes.
drop out.
Here's my execute.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, nah, man. Me, I like using the bow though. That's my thing. I like using the bow or the bow gun.
I still rock it with the dual blades.
Oh, dual blades is good if you want to sit up here and just like play into Twitch gaming. But the bow, I like it because I like to sit up here and do damage over time. That's my thing.
So you one of them poisonous
DPS.
you one of those campers. Gosh.
He's
No,
a
I'm not a
DPS guy.
camper.
He's a
I'm not a camper.
DPS.
Hey, it's a lot better than them guys that come in on a hunt just to AFK.
True.
They make it
let's
in
go-
right on
let's go
time
to
of
this
the
fight.
video of the loot though.
Like you're in the middle of a fight, you don't never see them actually join in the fight, but they the first ones trying to carve up something.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, we had a real good time, didn't we? No.
Dude, I'm like, dude, what are you doing over there mining?
Yeah.
We're in a fight here. Dude, I mean, Toucan Sam, we're over here fighting Toucan Sam. Why are you over there mining?
That reminds me, I gotta fight that guy.
Oh, Toucan Sam?
Crap.
Oh,
Thank you for
Lord.
bringing up bad memories.
You ever notice everybody got a serial-based nickname for a lot of those guys? We got Dino, Toucan Sam, what else?
Count Chocula.
Count Chocula. Let me see, there's another one. Tony the Tiger.
Do they really look that close?
No.
No. but there is the one that does the ballet in the middle of it.
Lord.
He
Oh,
starts
Lord.
doing the pirouette and all that.
Oh, Lord.
The Barishnikov of monsters.
Dude, I can't stand that saber-toothed bat thing. Oh, I hate that thing.
Oh, that guy? Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a pain.
I hate him. I just hate him. Too many different moves on this sucker. Saber-toothed bat. Like, whoever heard of that mess? Oh, Lord.
Somebody in Japan.
Dude, the worst is the bat leech.
Oh, I hate
He'll-
that
he'll
thing.
Something or another.
Isn't that the
Wait,
thing
you
that
just-
like that killed me in like 2 moves that time?
Poisons left and right. One of these days, I'm gonna see if we could start off some fresh characters in Monster Hunter and just get a crew going for everybody inside the Nintendo group.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Okay, we just got through probably dogging a lot of Xbox Live for a minute there. Yeah, and I know I felt like I was badgering Victoria for a minute there. But here's the question that I have: has there been a positive experience that you can think of on Xbox Live? Since I'm saying going all the way back to 2002, and if so, what was it? And was it a smaller community?
It made for very funny X-Play. You heard it from Xbox Live. I missed that skit. But nah, from what I've heard from a lot of people, because I've never really owned an Xbox system, but from every single experience I've ever heard, it usually degenerates after a while. You'll get a click that does fine, then all of a sudden, you got that one high-pitched voice that curses that happens to be a dude.
Or somebody that plays the radio the entire match?
Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
that Tupac.
Or worse yet, tries to sing.
I actually had that happen on a match of Halo. That was disturbing.
Oh, Lord. Singing during a Halo match.
Yes. And on top of that, it was Jay Holiday's put you to bed.
What?
Yeah. It got bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it got
That's
That's
wow.
me dropping out.
Yeah, but some people just like to sing while they play. I actually have a friend. He will sing the whole match.
I don't have a problem with that if it's Tupac.
Look, not for nothing, right? I can see some trash talk.
Stop believing.
I mean, I could see like back in the day when we used to play. I used to play this game called Conquer Online, and I remember before we used to head out for Guild Wars during the whole weekend. Right, we used to play Veteran of the Psychic Wars by Blue Oyster Cult. That was like our whole tradition right there, Veteran from the Psychic Wars. But no, I'm serious. That's a badass song to sit up here as a battle song. That's a badass song right
That
there.
could work.
Veteran of the Psychic Wars, come on.
But normally R&B doesn't if you're playing
But
the
come
shooting
on,
game.
playing Jaheim.
Kelly Rowland during Call of Duty.
During a Call of Duty match. That kind of doesn't go with the
Oh, come on now. You'll be
atmosphere, I guess you could say.
Oh Lord, you know what'd be even worse than that? Imagine somebody playing Destiny's Child talking about some bootylicious.
No, man.
Much paying my bills, my telephone bills.
While a drone is attacking you.
Oh Lord.
Okay,
No, I
that was
never got that. No, you know what? It could have been worse. It could be they could play some country.
I'd actually like that. I'd actually like that, dude.
Depends on how depressing it is.
It depends. It depends. The more Cortavena, the worse. No. Now, Richie, so we got some Spanish songs that there's nothing but depressing crap. If they start doing that bolero mess and playing some depressing music, I'm like, nah, dude, that's it. I'm out. I'm not up for this Telemundo depressing crap.
Well, on that note, I will mention a positive experience, and believe it or not, it was actually one of them was actually in Halo 2 back in the day. So
Okay.
I want to say around 2003 to 2004. Those were probably the good times where you could actually get a good match in without a 3-year-old. Well, I'm exaggerating here, but maybe an 8 or 9-year-old jumping
No,
in
you're
and
not.
saying,
Hey guys,
like a super bounce. Want to see? You know.
Oh, Lord.
No, you probably telling the truth. It was probably a
Yeah.
4-year-old.
And I want to say, like, right after that time frame, it was every match. Hey, I can super bounce. Want to see me get out the map? It happens all the time.
Lord.
But from 2003 to 2004 was probably the good time. We could actually get a decent match, and you hear a lot of good game, you know, things like that. There was no bad blood unless somebody was talking crap the entire game. But then you're used to that because they were already talking crap to begin with.
And to think, these people that were out there ruining those matches for you happen to be adults now. Ruining
I
matches
know.
for you.
Yeah, ruining children's lives that they. You're a parent now. God.
Oh Lord.
I probably can't give you guys any details on a good experience, but I can remember this one time. It was only once, so I remember it very clearly. It was Halo Reach, and the entire match we were playing a big team battle, and it was just cool dudes. Everyone had a mic on. And it was very much like a local experience. No one was stepping over the line. There were no Alvin the Chipmunks. You know, it was just.
Oh Lord.
It was
Oh
just
my God!
nice.
You could have friended
Yeah.
all of them after that match.
I did. I kept them around.
I would have
But,
deleted everybody on my friends list and kept just them.
Yeah, it was an ideal, perfect Halo experience that I had not experienced before and have not experienced since. So, yeah.
Well, I have one more good experience, and that was actually, and it actually still exists right now, is in Dead or Alive 4. For whatever reason, not 5, 4.
How did
There's
you have a
still-
good experience in 4? Because I never had a good experience on Dead or Alive 4. I usually have to cut the mic off.
Yeah.
There are some A's and SS is still there that,
Oh, okay.
that will join. They'll still play a good match with you.
Mhm.
Granted, you can't play anybody below a B or anything like that because they're literally there to troll.
Gotcha.
So basically, if you see anybody play with the Eddie Long character, Brad, I think is his name.
Yeah.
They're just gonna troll the entire time and things like that. But if you're good enough, you know how to beat all the spamming and things like that. So it is what it is. But I usually get a positive experience there, and then I go back to regular Xbox Live where I'm getting all kind of crazy messages every day, every single day.
It makes
Yeah, I
for
had a good
comic relief,
experience
though.
with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. It was kind of like Zen's, everybody had a mic on and everything. I made like 10 friends that match because everyone was just real nice and, it was just a genuinely good gaming experience. But I don't know, I had an Xbox for like 3 months, so didn't really last.
Now
Right.
I will tell you a negative experience I had on Wii. Believe it or not,
Oh Lord.
it was playing Conduit, and everybody had mics. It was, oh my God, everybody was trolling, jumping like all in the air, dead shot aiming. Everybody, these guys were good, and they were talking crap the entire time, lobbing nades. It was real bad.
Oh Lord.
And I had just started playing, coming from playing the campaign, not knowing what it was going to be like in multiplayer.
You know
Something
what?
told me I should have started multiplayer first.
Let me tell you something. I remember playing. I gotta tell you guys, make a confession. Dead Island. I was one of them people that used to troll people by telling them, "Dude, come on, let's set up a position here. Grab that propane tank right there.
People did that in Gears of War. People would join on what's the name of that horde mode. They would set you up in horde mode, wait till a whole bunch of beasts come, and then they would just quit and leave you.
Because I would trick people into grabbing the propane tanks and so-called telling them to take it to the doorway. When their back was turned, I would throw a knife at it.
Evil.
Horrible.
That's evil.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yep, trolls.
Throw a knife and then leave.
Trolling.
Let the good times roll.
Nah, man. Now Shannon's like this. Yeah, and I heard he's on Dead Island now again. Oh no.
Now, there's somebody out there listening to this podcast and said, "Oh my God, it's him."
We know where you live. Oh man, dude! I'm gonna tell you something right now. It was nothing more hilarious than to get what I call a group shot. That's when I get them all sit up here, pinned in the doorway, and then kapang!
Man, that's evil.
Yo, you know what's even worse than that? Sitting up here and stepping at the top of the ladder right when you got a whole bunch of infected running in the city.
Oh.
Damn.
On the first one?
Yeah, you sit up here and you stay right by the ladder and just knock them back down. It's hilarious, dude.
Oh God. Oh, it was you.
Dude, no. I do that mostly to people who didn't know how to listen. The people that I trolled are the ones who didn't know how to listen. If I tell you to do something and I tell you watch your back or whatever, you don't want to listen? Okay, fine. Let me teach you why you listen.
by getting eaten by zombies.
There you go.
Well, to be honest, I did that trolling, but I did it in Resident Evil 4. So I waited for a guy to climb up a ladder or whatever, and I just love doing that. Time they crawl up the ladder, I just let me kick this ladder now.
You mean 5?
No, 4. In 4, you can kick ladders down. If they're climbing up the ladder, you can kick them down into everybody else.
Yep.
Oh Lord, I'm telling you something right now though. One of my favorite games of all time to sit up here and screw around with is Half-Life. Half-Life 2, they had this mod called Synergy. I don't know if any of you ever tried it.
Synergy?
You could play the whole entire the whole entire campaign in co-op.
Sweet.
The whole campaign. And I mean, depending on how good your internet connection is when you host and everything, you could have up to 10 people at a time doing the whole entire thing. Trust me, it's awesome. But the thing is, some of us would like to troll. When the grav guns came into play, let
Throw
the
everybody
trolling
around.
begin. Oh Lord, I'm talking catching grenades. I would catch grenades when they get lobbed in by the combine and then chuck it. I was like, I don't know why. Sometimes I would get in those moods. I would just get in the mood. They would just creep over you all of a sudden, where you just get that little troll in you that just like. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, that's neither here nor there. Every one of us had our troll moments. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I don't care who you are. You've had it even once. I know Vicky's sitting up there all innocent and quiet. I bet you she even had. You ever had a troll moment?
Never
I actually do want to share my
trolled.
experience.
I have no idea what you guys have. I believe it's
Oh,
40.
innocent.
That's
Try
my
to play
story. I'm
innocent.
sticking with it.
I knew it.
You're a girl gamer. You mean to tell me you've never once messed with a guy online just to get the best of him in a game?
Oh, here it comes. Grenade,
No.
rocket launcher, RPG.
Oh, come on. If
what?
I was a chick, I would definitely do that.
Especially the thirstier the dude, the better, just to sit up here and mess with him. Oh Lord, nah, man, I'd be all sorts of trolling.
Oh, come on, be nice. Let me have the rocket launcher. Have the
Exactly.
rocket launcher. Hey, why are you pointing that at me?
The poor dude is like, okay, I'll let you have it. Wait, why are you putting it at me? Oh, damn.
Oh, you're about to let me have it.
Literally, in more ways than one.
All right, well, Gilligan, what was that you were about to say, man? You had your troll moment, right? Everybody has one.
Actually, let's see. A troll moment. Well, I have one, and this was way back when I was playing Mario Kart DS Online.
Oh God.
Yo, oh my
Oh
God,
Lord.
I was facing this dude, right? He was playing as Toad. I think I was playing as Luigi, right? I believe, or another character. I don't know which, but we was racing each other in Rainbow Road.
Oh
This
Lord.
was on the final lap, right? Yo, at that final turn, I threw the bomb at the racer who was about to cross the finish line, being first, got hit, and I took the first place spot.
That's
Oh
insane.
Lord. You know what
That's
the worst
Yo,
thing? No, the worst thing to troll somebody is if you got a good enough lead, coming to the finish line driving backwards.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. A lot of
Well,
people do that.
actually, that can backfire on you if somebody has a blue shell.
Oh Lord.
I'd just like to let you know that from experience.
Jay's talking like he's done
People
it.
normally keep blue shells. They'll stay in last place until they get a blue shell, and they keep it all the way to the end of the race
On purpose.
on purpose. And you know why?
Wait,
All they're
you-
doing is imitating the computer because the computer has rubber band AI, so they just imitate it in a match.
well,
Oh,
look,
Lord.
let me get into detail about this. Like, and the thing is, he was pretty far from me too, and it was like this last curve to the finish line. That's like I threw the bomb, like, and the bomb reached all the way to the finish line, dropped right in front of him, and he got hit. That's
Dang.
What was it? What did he place? Last?
no, I guess so. I think it was second place,
Oh,
but I took the first place spot.
that wasn't
I
too
think
bad
that
then.
it was only me and him.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Dang,
That's too abysmal.
that's jacked up.
okay, I got one for y'all. Halo Reach again, yeah. And we're playing Capture the Flag. Or was it Halo 4? Halo 4, Capture the Flag, yeah. And, I'm just playing along. I'm helping these dudes score the flags, just being a nice little zen. And, there's this one dude, he's really good at the game, and me and him are talking, right? But he decides he want to get straight up cocky with me. He's like, yo, you haven't scored a single flag yet. In all the games we played together, what's going on with you? Right? I'm looking at your score right here. I'm looking at your achievements. You're supposed to be better than this. So, right then and there, I got my Jekyll and Hyde moment. So, the next time, I don't help him get to the base. I just stay at the base, use a sticky grenade, stick it on his ass. He blows up. I take the flag, score it. Boom. 2 win. Yeah, and that was the one that won the game, right? So, take it in the game of soccer, for example. I straight up broke the man's foot. At the goal line, and then just kick the ball in. And I'm like, I'm sliding on the grass, I'm hugging my friends. I'm like, yo, I did it all.
Oh, Lord. That's dirty, man. All right, let's start with a couple of the questions that we have from our viewers over here. Jay, do you have any other questions that people wanted to ask us?
Let's see what I can come up with here. No, that sucks.
Be nice, man.
I didn't say a name.
Name.
So,
Dang.
but right now, you got a lot of people self-conscious.
Of course I do. It's one of my favorite attributes. Okay. Well, this one comes from David Gutierrez. He was asking, do we think that the entire Wii Virtual Console catalog will eventually transfer over to the Wii U, or will it be done in HD? Thoughts? I'm thinking eventually, probably it's just gonna be ported over.
I think that there'll be quick and dirty ports for a good portion of them, but some, like about only the really big ones that people haven't, seen in a long time, they've been dying to see. Majora's Mask. Will be HD. I hope.
Yeah.
Let me just put it this way: after seeing that one guy who made that one vid,
Trailer?
My God, dude. I seriously want to see Majora's Mask in HD. That would be the hot sauce. That would be
that
sick.
would.
Especially if they come up with all the content that didn't quite make it.
Yeah, because I remember them doing the interview with Eiji Onoma. He said, yeah, we had to cut a couple of dungeons out of that because they was talking to him and they asked him, what all usually gets cut, because he cut 2 dungeons out of Wind Waker. He had to cut, 3 out of Majora's Mask. I'm like, dude, Don't be telling me that. Like, put it in the game. Be quiet.
If I heard correctly, and if this is actually right, the stuff you cut out of Wind Waker, there were two dungeons. The actual layout of those dungeons made it into Twilight Princess. So
Oh, really?
you played them, you just didn't know you played them.
They got remixed somehow.
Yeah.
See. That's why you need to be quiet in the interview. Because I'm guessing I know exactly which ones he cut. That damn water temple.
That water temple, don't get me started on that one.
That water temple in Twilight
Yeah.
Princess made the one in
I'm
Ocarina of
just gonna
Time
stay
look like a
quiet for that
doggone
one.
kindergarten
Oh, God.
class.
I hate the Water Temple in Twilight Princess.
You know, if
I
you
am
really
an
got,
oddball. I've never had an issue with any of the water temples at all.
What?
Because
same
you are,
here.
dude.
Even the Ocarina of Time one. Like I used to always frequent this GameStop. When that game first came out, and I got it when it first came out or whatever, right? And got it over the weekend. So everybody played it over the weekend. I came back like Sunday, and they're like, "Dude, I'm still stuck on this." I'm like, "Dude, I beat the game." And they're like,
Oh,
"What?"
Lord.
And they're still stuck on the. Yeah, I just for whatever reason I saw what they were trying to do because I looked at the water levels and I'm like, okay. After a while, they're gonna ask for me to go all the way back and cycle through. So I kind of saw what they were trying to do already. So I don't know. I guess I'm the odd man out on that one.
you know, it's like a deliberate troll by the developers. You know, you walk in, it's
Yeah.
just peaceful music, it's all serene, it's beautiful. And then you realize you just walked into a watery hell.
The one
That
in
is a
Ocarina,
master of
I
testing.
understood. The one in Ocarina I understood after like on my second playthrough. The one in Twilight Princess, it'll still take me 2 hours to get out of that mug
Oh, Lord.
because I get turned around and I had to do it all over again.
I felt more trolled in the Sand Temple though, because you from the beginning you see where you're supposed to use the spinning disc
Oh yeah.
everywhere, and you don't get it until the very end. Oh my
They're like,
god! it's
oh,
horrible.
you think this game is easy? Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Have fun with this one.
Let me tell you something right now, though. It kind of makes me wonder what this whole out-of-order dungeon thing they're going to have going on with the new Legend of Zelda that's coming out for 3DS.
Oh, he probably done got tired of people telling him it's too easy. They finna take it out on us.
Oh, Lord. We're going to get trolled big
Yeah.
time.
I think you're gonna be able to buy main quest items in shops now, so you don't actually have to go to the dungeon, get the weapon for that dungeon, and the weapon you got in there has something to do with the rest of the dungeon. And you know, if you don't have it, it prevents you access to the rest of the game. I think now you're just gonna have it in shops. You buy it, you go wherever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah, I think you rent it and then you can upgrade it. You can buy it permanent. I think that's how it works.
But it'll be a double-edged sword like the original Zelda though. Like you can do that if you want to, but you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel it. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna get licked. You can go. You can. Hey, look, you can go to level 9 from the beginning of the game if you want. Ganon is going to love eating on you.
Chop. Oh, man.
But it does open up a lot of opportunities for persons who like to challenge themselves. Like it's its own hero mode. You can just
Basically.
yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting just to see how people react, especially if they come up with something, to the equivalent of the water temple in there.
Don't say that, man. Because that's gonna give me nightmares tonight. Don't
You
say
forget
that.
it's multi-levels. You forget this. They have multi-tiered ones for the 3D effect. Odds are they're going to have a water temple-like place there.
Oh man, you just scared me.
Yeah, thank you for doing that, man. Thank you.
To me, I thought the last dungeon in Skyward Sword was probably smarter than all of the water temples, and it didn't feel like it trolled me at all. It actually felt like great. It was like any of you guys are playing Symphony of the Night, right? Or any of the
Yeah, I played Symphony.
Okay, so yeah, you go into one of the little rooms that's a maze room, and everything that you do kind of changes the location of the room until you get it all lined up the way you want. Where it's like that, but in 3D, and they kind of really thought it out how it works and everything, and you can lay them out however you want and go in any order you want to get the Triforce pieces in there, and it was just real smart design, man. I thought that was way better than anything that was in the older Zeldas.
There is one temple from Majora's Mask. I forget the name of the temple exactly, but it's Stone Something Temple. It's the one you gotta turn upside down.
Oh,
Yeah, that
that
one was
one.
cool too.
I think we lost somebody. We lost
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vicky.
Victoria.
Yeah.
She had to dip.
Yeah, she had to dip though. Well, that's okay though. We might be able to see her next week when she has more time.
Man, you can tell people from the South. She had to do it.
But getting
Go ahead. Yeah.
getting onto a different subject though that I wanted to talk about, and this one, okay, might ruffle some feathers.
Mhm.
Get ready. The failure heard round the world.
The Red Ring of Death.
No.
The HDMI cord is melting.
No.
Was it Nate interviewing Hip Hop Gamer?
Hey, I was in that interview too, man. I only got to ask one question.
Oh,
well, no. Actually, what I was talking about was we have not created a worthy successor to the Wii in the Wii U.
what?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Say that again, Quan. What was that?
Hey, she's back. Hey, how you doing, Vicky? All right. Getting back to me saying it again here, the failure heard round the world was when the president of Nintendo was saying that they did not establish the Wii U as a full-on successor to the Wii as they should have. That they failed to do so.
Oh yeah.
Thus far.
Oh,
I hate to say it, but I agree with Dr. Trey on that one. It just made more sense if you listen to what he said. And most people, they mistranslate everything.
Yeah.
What I say.
Now the thing is, it was thus far they failed to do it up to the level that they expected to. It's not saying that they flat out failed. They're done. That's it. We bow out. We're through. We're hanging up our hats. Peace.
you know, the thing is that they didn't even expect the sort of response they got to the original Wii,
Mhm.
right? It kind of just happened. So when it comes to the Wii U, I mean, how do you duplicate the Wii, which in itself could be labeled a fluke?
An anomaly, as it were.
Well,
Yeah.
the reason why I think that they didn't expect that for the Wii, if you remember back to E3 2005, everybody was laughing at them.
Oh yeah. Most
Everybody
definitely.
said that the Wii remote would never work. And in 2006 at E3, when they came out and showed Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, that's when everybody started getting scared.
Mhm.
Because they were
Nobody
like,
wanted to adapt their controls and all
Yeah.
that other kind of stuff.
because I will never forget, they did an interview with Peter Molyneux, they did an interview with Peter Moore, and they did an interview with Kaz Hirai. And they pretty much said, yeah, it's a fluke. They were like, yeah, it's a fluke. There's no way that
Giant
that-
enemy crab.
Yeah. So
Ridge Racer.
basically. So there's no way you're gonna probably be able to duplicate that success, because at the end of the day, there was other contributing factors as to the reason why the Wii took off.
Mhm.
Most of it had to do with the price of flat panel TVs at the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's most definitely
Yeah.
pretty much what it was right there.
Well, that was actually a good call though, because I mean, at the time, I want to say HD penetration was real, not only low as far as people owning sets, but content. Like there was nothing to watch in HD back then, but Zoom and the
Discovery
Cooking
Channel.
Channel, Discovery Channel, things like that.
Yep.
It's the same thing with like people talking about 4K televisions. I keep following, I keep hearing these dudes talking about, yeah, I can't wait to get my PS4 so I can show everybody my 4K resolution. I'm like, dude, you mean tell me you spent $20,000 on TV?
It's going to fail. 4K is going to fail. People are already skipping 4K and going to 8K.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
4K is just reminding me of what happened to HD DVDs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
god.
remember 3D Blu-rays, guys? Remember
Yeah,
all that?
remember
those.
Remember 3D TVs? That was
Yeah.
a big thing.
And
Oh,
something how that
oh,
worked
oh.
out for 'em. Didn't they have to close the department, whole section for that?
Yeah, and ESPN too. They had to do it too.
Yeah.
You
They
know
had to
what's
shut down an entire channel.
You know what's sad? You know what's sad? That Sony's 3D TVs, right? They were launching like I believe last year. I believe.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the
price.
ones that. Are you talking about the plain old Sony ones, or are you talking about the PlayStation branded ones?
The PlayStation branded ones, the one that's supposed to work for the PS3 and
Oh yeah,
people have
I remember
that.
those. Yeah.
The ones that have the black flicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. The one that supported like 3D glasses and like you could two
Yeah.
people can play 3D TVs
Mhm.
I
and they
thought
had
that
their
was
own
cool.
screen.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
it
thought that was
was
pretty cool.
cool, but it flopped so bad. Like they had to slash the prices until at one time I heard that the TV itself was at $150.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I call that karma.
I call that a
Mm.
good deal.
No, the reason why I call it karma because that was the same people that were saying the 3DS wouldn't work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they turn around and try to do it on the PS3. I wonder how that
Mm.
Vita's doing.
Oh Lord, be nice.
I just asked the question.
Oh,
You know, it's real damn funny that a console named Life
Is in depth.
yeah, is about well, not about to die, but is dying.
Yeah.
Mm.
You ever notice how everybody tends to ignore how bad it's doing right now, but everybody wants to talk about the Wii U dying? Everybody wanted to talk about the 3DS when it was in its spiral, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
3DS is doomed
It's circling the drain.
because the Dead or Alive game isn't selling. Really? It's
Because
a
it's
launch
Better Alive
game.
games off the chain too.
Yo, because
But it was a
Sony
launch
magic.
game.
It's that Sony magic. It's good. It's always good.
You know what the thing is? Let me tell you something right now, though. All right. The bottom line is this, though. You know, even now, with the failure that they said that the Wii U failed to, the Wii U failed to succeed, appropriately, the Wii. One thing people tend to forget is with the price drop and everything, sales have spiked up to double.
Oh yeah, probably more than that because it didn't.
Yeah.
MPD hasn't
Yo,
captured
actually-
everything that happened last month.
Exactly.
That reminds me. I saw KFD's latest podcast, right?
Mhm.
About the whole Wii U sales thing,
Mhm.
and they actually brought up something that's really interesting and very good for on Nintendo's part.
Mhm.
Despite the hardware sales of the Wii U not selling as well, it's getting better, but slowly, but it's
Mhm.
getting better. The software sales is like I heard that in terms of the software, it's sold up to 19 million units in terms of software, and that basically includes like the eShop games and the physical releases.
Actually, I heard that the eShop releases are actually, starting to slowly and steadily come to the point where it's going to eventually outpace the hard copy sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
eShop's off the chain, dude.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
have good
I'm-
deals all the time.
That's actually the weirdest thing because the Wii U happens to be the only console of the big three console makers that you can't transfer your content.
Yeah.
It's weird that digital is taken up there. Odd.
But the thing is, though, actually, Nate was able to recover his purchases from his
Yep.
last Wii U to the current one. They're able to do it, but you have to call in to have that done.
And
So yeah,
I was mentioning that to somebody too, because there's another guy on YouTube that loves to troll, and I'm trying to think of his name right now, but I won't mention it anyway. So his thing was he was going to quote unquote try to expose me on a video because I said that. Because I said that you could transfer your content. He was saying that on the 360 and the PS3 you can just move your data from one system to another, and I said
Red
you
Ring.
can also do that on the Wii and the Wii U. So if something happened, if your system died, you call Nintendo, give them your Club Nintendo account, they'll pull up all your purchases, they'll verify it, and then they'll give you all your stuff back on your system. My original Wii died, the Bluetooth module died, right? So I sent mine in. Every single purchase and every save that I had on my system showed up on a completely different serial number. Everything.
Wow.
It came back exactly the way I sent it.
Wow,
Wow.
that's
Well,
awesome.
Nintendo's known for having good customer service. For the most
definitely.
part, they've known that one of the things that people know them for is their customer service. So
Yeah, and
they work with you.
at the same point in time, he didn't want to acknowledge some of the flaws of the quote unquote cloud, where you could transfer everything back and forth. Because while you can move things from one, you can establish an Xbox Live account on any console and move your stuff over. You can't move everything over because some of your saves in a lot of these games, especially fighting games, do not transfer over because they believe that it's a breach of the use of the game, and they think that you're using game cheats and stuff like that, so they block the save. So games like Street Fighter 4, games like Dead or Alive and stuff like that, you try to bring the save over, good luck.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Oh, back to the Vita. I want to screen share a picture that someone just took a picture of, right? Here's what the Vita's been reduced to now on GameStop.
Is that a sound?
Sound shapes.
Look
Ah.
at the text.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
And get this, it's right next to the PS3, basically.
You know it's a cry for help when a device that was originally being sold as standalone is now being peddled as a companion to your next purchase.
Yep.
well, see that.
But the thing is though, they could still turn it around, no different than the 3DS turned around. So I wouldn't exactly write them off quite yet. They just gotta find their killer app to sit up there and push them forward. Like when come on, with the whole Mario Kart had over there, Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS.
I think their problem isn't that. I think the problem is the same issue that they had with the PSP. The PSP they knew where they screwed up to the point where they even changed the name of the PSP2 to be the Vita. So they still ended up creating the same problem. They can't distinguish the difference between a portable game and a console game. They'll say, hey, here's another console game, let's put it on the portable. It doesn't work that way. People don't want to play games like Uncharted in the entirety on a portable. It doesn't really work that way. It's great and it's fun, but who's going to really do that?
Yeah.
Plus, like handheld gaming like that is better in chunks, in small bursts. Because like usually when you're playing, it's either you're on a train, you're not driving. Basically, you're riding along, so you got something to do. So that's basically what it's for. I mean, I never understood their thought process on that either.
See, and the problem is they're not looking for a killer app for the system. All they're trying to do is try and position the system as an accessory for their home consoles, and that's just it's not good for the system at all. I mean, the Vita TV, if it releases domestically, which it probably will, isn't really going to bode well for the handheld because no one really wants to buy the handheld. Period.
Tell me about it.
Because I was thinking about getting that for Let's Plays on my channel, because now that I got my capture card coming, I'm going to probably do Let's Plays on the Vita, via getting the Vita TV if it ever comes, drops stateside, instead of getting the whole Vita itself as far as like the portable.
Yeah, it has that direct HDMI port on it, so you can, it makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. So I'll be able to use my capture device with no problem and be able to put Let's Plays, etc. and whatnot on there with no problem whatsoever. And being that I have a PS3 also, if I decide to go the route of going the the whole what's their service again?
Remote play.
The remote play and
PlayStation Plus.
Yes, PlayStation Plus, and then getting remote play and using all those different things that I can use via the Vita TV. The Vita TV option that they have. I'll be able to sit up here and do a lot more reviews, and without having to sit up here and drop 200 plus on a little handheld that, quite honestly, might end up fading. $100 investment versus a $200+ investment. You tell me, which would you go for?
Exactly.
Got a point.
In this economy, exactly.
Yeah, and I try to tell people. I said, look, just because you may be in a financial position where you have a lot of disposable income doesn't mean everybody does.
Yeah.
That actually brings me into a topic, though.
Go for it.
Is it about the 2DS?
No, it's not about the doorstop.
A
joke. People.
It's going to sell, though. It's going to sell, unfortunately.
It's going to sell. Heck yeah, I get it for my nephews and nieces because they ain't going to break mine. Well, mine is, okay, I ran into a discussion with a few people earlier this week, and one of the guys said that we were talking about the issues that the Wii U has been having, and he made the point that they should look at what Sony and Microsoft are doing and copy that. And my thing was, I'm like, why would you copy somebody who's just gonna copy you?
Yep.
Because people tend to not believe that they think that the PS4 and the Xbox One are not gonna have dual gaming. And I'm like, dude, do you know what a Surface is? He was like, no. I'm
Mm.
like, that's Microsoft's tablet. It's not selling well right now. There's a reason why they haven't scrapped it. That's what you're gonna be using with the Xbox One. Do
Right,
you
Mm.
right.
know the Vita? Yeah, it's not selling well. Why haven't they scrapped it? Because that's gonna be your second screen for the PS4.
with lots of lag.
Yeah, people do not understand. I'm like, there's a reason why Ubisoft hadn't just wrote off Nintendo. They're trying to master it. Once they
Mhm.
master it, they're gonna use it across the board. That's
Yep.
the point. Because if you notice, like, I actually got a chance to play Splinter Cell on 360. I played it on the Wii U. To me, it's better on the Wii U. I've played Assassin's Creed 4 on the Wii U. I haven't played it on 360 yet, but a friend of mine is gonna let me borrow his, and I'll be able to determine then. But I'm like, dude, if the gamepad is such a bad device, and of course I've heard people saying that they're forcing developers to use it, and I'm like, no, they're not, because if you look at the back of any Wii U, in the back of any Wii U game, you'll see multiple control options on every game. I haven't seen one game that says you have to use the gamepad. It's
That
always
reminds me.
gamepad and pro controller, or gamepad and classic controller, or gamepad and Wii U Wii remote and chuck, or whatever.
Or any combination thereof in between.
Yeah. So my thing is, what do you guys think?
Well, the way I see it is because if you take a good look at what's gone on with EA and DICE when they were doing Battlefield 4, they didn't mention anything about a second screen experience up until they were close to release. Then all of a sudden they're mentioning it right after clowning the living daylights out of Nintendo for using that, making their console so-called weaker to accommodate a second screen. But yet here they are incorporating that into their own gameplay experience. Kind of makes you wonder why the industry has such a strong level of hypocrisy, but
Unprecedented partnerships.
there you go.
Yeah, you gotta love
We-
that unprecedented
EA
partnership.
is just a huge joke. That's what they
Yeah.
are. They're a joke.
Well,
Totally agreed.
the thing is though, like I said, they swallow too many good companies and whatever into them. And I'm telling you right now, if things keep going on with them the way they're doing it, they're just gonna sit up here and become too bloated to control all their IPs and not have enough muscle behind it.
Quan, as we're talking about EA, it just made me remember a topic. It's not the one that I brought tonight, but it just made me remember this one. Um, what do you guys think of the whole Battlefield 4 not working on the 4 GB Xbox 360s, and EA probably well knowing about this long before launch, not saying anything until the damn game releases?
Well,
And
on
then, and
But
then
wait
they're
a minute,
like,
didn't they have an unprecedented partnership with Microsoft?
Didn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Wasn't Halo 4 the same way though when it first came out?
The difference is 343 came out and said, "Oh, it flat out will not work before the game released." EA is like, they're whistling. They're like, "Yeah, well, let the game come out first, yeah, and then we talk about this."
Because because the thing was, they knew that game was gonna sell. They knew it was gonna sell, and they didn't want to hurt any of the sales. So they didn't say nothing until people started complaining via Twitter and via Facebook. That's when they had to come out and say something, because people started complaining.
Yep. So now we got a bunch of dudes out there with 4 GB Xbox 360s who cannot even download the original patch or texture pack or whatever because they simply do not have the memory to do so.
Nope.
They gotta get a bigger. They gotta get a bigger Xbox.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or don't. Let me ask you a question. With the Xbox 360, they support upgrading internally the hard drive, right?
Yeah.
Only with a first party hard drive though. You can make it work, but you would literally have to copy certain files on the official hard drive to get it to work on a Western Digital or something like that.
Mm. Okay, then I can see where that could be a headache.
Yeah, it's more trouble than what it's worth.
Yeah.
And we've also got some reports that the PC version of Battlefield 4 is not working. I don't know how much truth there is to this, but apparently there's some group out there who has a forum and they're saying, it is not working. Now, DICE, they tell DICE about it. They get on the line with someone from DICE, and DICE is like, we're well aware of the problem. So the dude who brought up the issue, he's like, and? You're well aware, and?
Yeah, we were the problem.
And we're selling broke games. We're selling broke
Yeah.
games. Broken games.
What are you gonna do about it? You know, what are you gonna do?
Well, first you're gonna hang up, and I'm not gonna talk to you. Then
Oh Lord.
Gotta love that
you pay
support.
us some more money via patch.
Well, like I said though, you know what can you do?
I
Yeah,
saw
I think
this
that
coming with the
he's-
original Xbox though. I saw it coming.
Uh,
Red ring.
Well, people are like, "Oh, we have a hard drive, so we can do this and this and this, and games are always online, so we can do this and this and this." I said, "Oh, so it's gonna have the same problem as PC, right?" And they're like, "What? Games are gonna be patched."
Continually.
Because I'm sorry, I was spoiled. PS2, GameCube, and every system before that, the game was finished on the disc.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, definitely.
But now
Those
nowadays
days.
everything's gonna be patchity patch.
No, you see, it's quicker money that way. They can make the half of the game, then release it, and
For
finish the game
transaction.
once it's in person's homes, right? That
Hey,
made
beta testing for the win.
Yep. They don't have to pay any testers, and they get the game out earlier. They're able to make those deadlines.
And they can microtransaction you to hell.
That's
there
right.
you
Yep,
Right.
give me horse armor now.
go.
I don't want to unlock it.
Oh Lord.
different personalization packs for Black Ops 2.
Oh, let's not even to mention, guys. Everybody wants every single game, no matter if it's single player or not, to have online multiplayer.
Ugh.
Oh man, don't get me started about that.
Lord. We're
Oh,
gonna
man,
open
you know-
that can of
You
worms.
know what? You know what? I said my piece on this all this last week. I'm just gonna shut up right now. You
Yeah,
guys
I'm
go.
backing away from this topic slowly.
Well, I will say this. I have already addressed that with a few people, like via my blog and via the community, and they still didn't get it. So some
Back
people
away.
are like some people are like set in their ways, and I tell people, I'm like, dude, do you honestly think? And my thing was, because I think a lot of people misunderstood what Miyamoto was saying. I'm like, do you honestly think that Nintendo EAD would put something in a game that does not work?
Damage control.
Yeah, I'm like, so basically, you telling me you want them to give you a game and put online multiplayer in it that don't work, and you gonna be happy with that?
But hey, a game
No.
with precise timing and platforming in 2D space is perfect for online multiplayer.
No, it ain't.
You know,
No, it ain't.
I have said
you,
this.
you know how frustrated you get at a Mario game?
Oh
You'll
Lord.
break that
Frustrating
gamepad.
I
You know,
have
I plan on getting that game though. Like I said, for like just for the family over here, my wife and the kids and I are gonna have a chance to sit up here and give it a go. Just to have fun. But I couldn't imagine playing with a complete utter stranger. I'm not knocking anybody who wants to. I mean, if there was a way that they could pull that off without having to worry about latency being a huge issue. Because here's the thing: a lot of people like to bring up, how classic platformers back in the day, they have some games where you were able to play with online multiplayer, and it was with no problem with them before. But then again, the system requirements for those individual games wasn't that really that much in
Quan.
comparison to a lot of the games
Quan.
now. Yes, sir.
Do you remember all the Super Mario Brothers games that were 2D up until now?
Oh,
did,
Lord.
did you notice that if it was multiplayer, you took turns, you didn't play simultaneously?
Except for that new Super Mario Brothers that was annoying.
I was about to say, have you tried it on DS or Wii or Wii U? It is chaos, even with local multiplayer. So imagine with lag, with multiple servers, with people in lobbies waiting, with people watching, spectating.
And people
No.
with slow connections,
Yep.
trying to,
Shut
for
up.
some reason, thinking that they're going to come on to a game with, like I said, I know you've heard me say this once or twice before, 100 megabit connection here, yes.
Yo, Shadow Fox. I've only got one thing to say. Local multiplayer in the new Super Mario series, you've got people who are with you, who know you, who
In
have
the same
respect
room with you.
for you, in the same room with you, picking you up and throwing you down pits. Now, hold on. Imagine if you're online with this dude who doesn't know you, is not in the same room with you, has no
Troll.
respect for you,
Troll.
and he's just doing everything in his power under the sun to mess your game up.
No, here's
Lord.
what's really bad. You could play with somebody that respects you and plays in the same room with you, and still will unintentionally troll you. Because I've had that happen too many times in that game.
Man, I got brothers like that.
Yes.
I would honestly rather avoid that situation because I know it. I know it in the heart of my heart of hearts that my gamepad is going through a goddamn window. If I'm trying to play my game and you messing it up.
Oh,
Here's
Lord.
another thing, because one person told me, well, my friends don't live in the same, on the same city with me. Then I thought, I'm like, okay, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, EA, Activision, Ubisoft, it is not their job to make sure you make friends.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you that much of a douche that you can't make friends where you go, that's a personal issue, dude.
And that's
Yeah.
my tagline. Do you play games to have fun or to impress other people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so basically you telling me you mad about a game you're probably not even going to get anyway, because it don't have online multiplayer. Dude, you have issues, and therefore I am ending this chat. You know, that's all I could do at that point. And then I saw a couple of your videos. I'm like, dude, I'm like,
Zed,
dude, you
Zed
better
looked
than
like
me.
he was about to pull his hair out a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know, I had more successful conversation with brick walls.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
trust me, these people are that arrogant.
Dude, not for nothing. It reminded me of Shader during the whole hip hop video where he was like, "Do I really have to be here?" No, not for nothing, dude. Dude, I'm telling you something right now. I gotta give Nate a lot of credit, a lot of effort. He tried to sit up here and be patient, but dude, oh man.
And what did he do with that video? Is it up on the site or YouTube? Because I tried to find it on YouTube. I don't think he put it up yet.
Yeah, he did, and I tried to buy him some time, like interrupting hip hop, telling him, "Okay, I understand," but that just fuels his fire more. He goes and goes.
Wow.
Oh, let me give you my 2 cents about that thing. It was terrible. I can't stand Hip Hop Gamer. Like the crap he says.
Uh-oh.
Let's read it back.
Let's
Read
just
it
say
back.
there's another debate I probably need to have with somebody.
Click, click.
Oops.
1 minute ago.
Him and a certain duck.
There you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
No, man.
You
Why
guys,
did you
you
invoke
guys,
that?
no, actually, I would like to see a debate between that certain individual you just mentioned and hip hop. That would be interesting just to watch. just to grab popcorn and just sit.
What debate? They wouldn't have a debate.
And at the end they would agree. They would
Basically.
agree at the end.
Yeah, we hate Nintendo. The end.
And none of it would make any sense.
Opinions for the win.
But anywho, let me see. Do we have any more questions as far as from the viewers or anything, Jay?
I'm looking. Actually, there's one that Tobias, you did like a couple weeks ago. You want me to ask one of those?
That's fine, sure. As long as I haven't
Okay.
covered it already.
Yeah, we had. I don't think we covered this one. Let's see. What will be Epic Games' next Bottle of Lightning? New take on Gears or Unreal?
That is the
Mm.
I'm thinking it's probably gonna be a new take on Gears, seeing as how it's probably one of the few Xbox first
But then-
parties.
Well,
But
didn't
then
the
they
last
say,
one just kind of tank?
Yes, it
It
did.
did. But didn't someone from Epic come out this last week, and say that Gears is kind of on the back burner?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
And I don't know what any of you guys have been paying attention to, but has anybody noticed that Fortnite has completely dropped off the radar?
I did
Oh,
know
Yeah.
that.
Fortnite!
Oh,
You're
man.
talking about that one where you sit up here and build a fort, and you got to watch out for zombie attacks.
Yeah.
Oh
Be-
man.
Because that was you know who's game, and he's gone now.
Didn't they show that for the Xbox One?
It was for PC and Unreal Engine 4. It was going to be the first Unreal Engine 4 game, but Cliffy B left, and there's been nothing since.
Okay, well, that project's basically dead then.
Yeah.
Oh well, Project Zomboid.
Here's what something. I wonder would they ever even make another Unreal game though? Unreal Tournament was actually pretty good, man.
When was the last time they made an Unreal game?
I have no.
Unreal
It was one on
Edition,
the original
I forget what
Xbox.
year.
It was
It's been-
they made one on 360 and PS3. I'm trying to think. God, what was it? Unreal Tournament, Unreal 3, I think it was.
Okay,
Black
which,
Edition.
which one do you think would come first? A new Unreal game, or a final follow-up to the Half-Life series.
Wow.
Oh dang,
No,
yeah, that's a good
unreal.
question.
100% unreal.
Hopefully, Half-Life.
Valve
Unreal.
does not know how
I would say another
Three.
Gears
Three.
game will come before that.
Okay. Portal 3 is not coming, ladies and gentlemen. Don't
Oh.
wait on it. Left 4 Dead 3 is not coming.
But they got the
Half-Life
Steam
3.
No,
box.
it is coming. It's
It's
coming on
not
the Steam
coming.
box. It's gonna
Oh,
hold
yo,
your ransom.
Yo. Gabe ate the number 3. It's not coming.
Just like Capcom did in the 90s, right?
Yep.
Street Fighter
Street Fighter 2.
2.7.
Street Fighter 4.
To a third power.
The new challenger, Street Fighter 2, the Turbo Edition, Street Fighter 2, the Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2. We're not making 3 editions.
Yo, I have 2 points with Half-Life right now that I have goddamn forgotten everything that happened in that game and why I was hyped for part 3. You know,
Yeah.
Everybody's forgotten about that game.
You know, they're talking about 3. I'm like, why was I excited for that again?
Oh, Lord.
They're gonna have to do like a game to tell people what happened in the last one.
Oh, Lord. Either that or just get people hyped up to play Synergy.
Yep.
The Synergy mod.
15 years ago.
Then I control people
On
again. I mean,
Half-Life.
then I can play with people again.
Yeah, well, I still have the collection on Steam, so I guess whenever my 7th generation back catalog is actually done with, I still have some 6th generation games I still gotta go through.
You know,
But, once I'm done with that, then I'll go through Half-Life 1 and 2 again.
Okay.
we will probably get Half-Life 3, but you know, we'll all be old, men and women. We'll be like,
I already
"You know,
got gray hair, man. Shoot.
I started playing this game, you know, about 30 years ago. You youngsters don't know nothing.
Youngsters back in the day. Hold on, I'm shaking.
I will say this though, Doom 4 will come out before Half-Life 3 does.
Oh, why? It
That
took him
much I
long
will
enough in
say.
Doom 3 to learn how to tape a flashlight to a gun.
And use a lot of CPU cycles.
Yo, that
Hey,
reminds
hold on,
me.
real quick, wait, before we go any further. Shaner, you got any questions or any topics from your end with Nate, since Nate's not here? That you
I did come up with one topic. You guys all know that this week I've dealt with a lot of journalism in gaming. I'm not going to mention names.
Okay.
But, sometimes in journalism you got to find what's good in all games and systems and things like that. So if all of you guys had to come up with one thing that's good about Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, what would you come up with?
A lot, actually.
Okay.
All right.
You know, one each. We got to come up one each. We might as well get ready to sit up here and try to quicken it because we've been at this for quite a bit. So let's start from Gilligan. Gilligan, what do you have as far as one good thing about Nintendo, one good thing about Microsoft, and one good thing about Sony? No sarcasm now.
Nah, I got some legit good points from Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Okay, let's start with Nintendo. See, the problem with Nintendo is that there's a lot of good things about Nintendo.
One each.
Yeah, I know, but let's see. If I would have to pick one, is that I guess obviously they make one of the best games. They make one of the best game. They make pretty much the best games, in my opinion. You know, they make they come up with the most quality games. As for Microsoft, I would have to say that they have made the whole online thing really, really, really big thanks to Xbox Live. Because, you know, even though the Dreamcast started it, as far as I know, or pretty much PC sort in a way started it. Dreamcast started in terms of consoles, but it's not until like Microsoft that Xbox Live became very popular, at least for the United States and possibly Europe.
Okay.
And as for Sony, oh man. Okay.
Breathe.
Damn. What was one good thing?
Dang.
Whoa.
Okay, you know that's bad. All right, next. No. Go ahead.
I'm not trying. I'm trying. It's like
Okay, you've had your chance.
Okay, Quan. Let me just tell you, you're gonna have some drones up in here.
Oh Lord, here they go.
I be
Oh,
droning. I be droning.
Droning.
I guess
Vita means life? No. No, come on, dude.
man.
You gotta come up with something. How about some
Okay,
PlayStation Plus deals, man? There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, okay. PlayStation Plus.
There you
How
go.
could I forget
See?
about that?
There you go. See, I had to help him.
I'm sorry.
I see
Alright.
everybody copying the Sony point. I see everybody copying that.
You guys can't think of anything. It's PlayStation
Come on,
Plus.
Google,
Move
give
on.
me something. Give me something. Google.
Okay. PlayStation Plus is a really good service, you know, and trust me, you get like discounted price on a lot of games, and you can actually get games for free, even though a lot of the games you get for free does require the subscriptions for it. That's the only BS part about
I
it.
will say one thing: it's a hell of a lot better than Games of Gold.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially
Alright.
on the PS4. Especially on the PS4, that you can still use Netflix, still use like all these features without having to use PlayStation Plus for the P.
Yeah,
for the PS
that's a big plus for me.
Okay, so up next we got Jamie. What are your big three?
All right. Well, with Nintendo, I think my biggest plus with them is a willingness to go against the grain in the industry. You know, kind of
Totally
stay
agree.
customer focused. You know, produce games over service-based sort of things. Just you know, the customer focus. That's a big thing for me. Xbox. I mean, what they do, the online service. I mean, all I can come up with is live. You know. As for Sony, well, I love how they like to flatter the competition because you know they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Even though it doesn't get them anywhere for the most part.
Ah, come on now.
Trolling shall begin in 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Droning.
Spider-Man 2. I will never watch this podcast again. You, all of you.
Matter of fact, I done already downvoted it 2 seconds into the podcast. I ain't even got this part yet.
We should have a stock market ticker of the price of Mountain Dew right now. All right. Okay. Up next we got. Okay. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, mine.
What's your big three?
Well, let's see. For Nintendo, it's actually like true innovation. They actually
Thank
truly innovate outside of just saying. Instead of just saying innovation every 5 minutes in a cast, they actually truly innovate the gaming industry. With Microsoft, it's live. They did live right. I got to give it to them on that. They're a computer company. If they didn't have the freaking internet done right, something would have been wrong with that. Sony,
Internet Explorer.
Dude, we're not talking about Internet Explorer.
Too soon. Too
Sorry.
soon.
Sony, I'll give this to Sony. Sony,
Make good headphones. Now go ahead.
that they do not, but no, Sony actually they do some things good, especially like the PlayStation Plus, like y'all said. But I think that what they do is they brought in like the ability to like do true multimedia tasking with actually the PS2 and on PS3, because you know PS2 could play DVDs as well as CDs and things of that nature. PS3 Blu-rays, basically screwing Microsoft out the HD deal, and
Yeah, that too.
that is what Sony. Now Sony they brought it in, but it ain't helping them profit wise. But they brought it in, and I got to give that to them. So
all right. So
that's
what's your big three, Shaner?
Well, I mean, Jay kind of nailed it. The innovation for Nintendo, because in my opinion, Nintendo does innovate, and everyone else tries to imitate. And then with Sony, it would definitely have to be the multimedia thing, like Jay said, because that's actually was my reason for getting a PlayStation 2. I was telling my wife, or she was my girlfriend at the time. we should get a DVD player, and I kind of want to play some games too, and so like made us both jump on board for that, and
don't forget Baby's first Blu-ray.
and
Sony made
as
Blu-ray
Xbox,
standard pretty much.
yeah, and as far as Xbox, I would have to say, Nintendo's first parties are my favorite, but if I had to pick a second, it would be Microsoft. Because I do love Halo, Gears of War, not this last one so much, but Gears of War, and just the Xbox Live service. The party chat was epic to me, coming from PlayStation to Xbox 360. I really like being able to talk to my friends, and not every doofus in the game.
Okay. All right. Then what about you, Shadow Fox?
Okay, I'm a little bit different here. I'm gonna look at things a little bit outside the box here. I'll start with Microsoft first, and I'll say that they did basically what Nintendo did unintentionally during the 16-bit era. They actually did it intentionally though, and that was they secured third parties to the T and stole them away from the opposition. In this case, Sony. They went as far as they could to get people from Sega, Smilebit, things like that, to get all kinds of games that otherwise would have obviously been on the PS2. And they made them basically first-party games. You have a Jet Set Radio that probably would have never came out because the Dreamcast was failing. All kind of different games like that they basically secured and locked up. Then they ended up making a franchise out of a Project Gotham Racing from the MSR game that never really sold at all on the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really good game. So they know talent when they see it, and they'll go grab them and make them first party. They don't have a first party themselves per se, but they know how to build stuff and brand it as a first party once they get it. So
Studios, I miss you.
When they grab them. They grab them as soon as they can. They use Starbreeze for quite a bit, and a couple other studios. Anybody that knew how to leverage DirectX at all, they made sure they went and grabbed them ASAP. So Microsoft, I definitely like that about them. They have tenacity about that, and they're going to do it again this generation too.
Until Mantle takes over.
Yeah, and then when Mantle takes over, they're screwed. Sony, on the other hand, the thing that I kind of like most about them, obviously, you have the PlayStation Plus, which is a definite boon as long as you keep the subscription anyway. They have the second best first party studio to me. Because they have all their studios are really in-house. They really do focus, and they do focus group testing. They hire American testers to come test their games. They get the results from them, and they actually take the input from the community to better their games. If it has to take long, they'll delay the game, and it shows most of the time in most of the first party efforts that they put out. And they've hired a lot of Western developers, something Nintendo really, really probably should be doing. Retro Studios worked out pretty well. I figured, especially for the American audience, Sony kind of picked up on that, and it kind of worked for them. On the Nintendo front, this is something that's been true since 1983. You can, maybe Wii U is a little bit different, but you can take any piece of Nintendo hardware and completely abuse it, and it will work almost forever.
Yeah.
I still have a Game Boy right now that I found in the rain in the backyard. It was sitting there for over a month in the mud. Took it out, put Tetris in it after I dried it off for a while, and it ran.
Did you know that you could actually, I saw something online, you could boil the old NES cartridges and then they'll still work?
Yeah. You can take the erosion away from the contacts, or take the contacts themselves and reprime them, and they'll work. Or you just put a new ZIF slot inside the NES, and then all the cartridges will work. Have you seen the YouTube video of the kids dragging the GameCube from a truck?
Yep. I still remember that whole X-Play skit when they sat up there and tossed one and did all sorts of abuse to it, and it still turned on.
Yep.
Morgan Webb with the hammer.
Oh yeah, and the very bad accent.
Morgan von Webb.
Oh Lord.
There's a video of kids dragging a GameCube for about 2 miles or so from a truck, and it was so battered that the lid wouldn't close anymore, to the point where it fell off where they were trying to get it to power on, and all they had to do was hold the switch down, and the game still came on and booted up.
Damn.
Okay. All right. Up next, we got Vicky. Hey, Vicky, what's your favorite three from one of each of the companies?
Okay, so for Nintendo, it's just the games are beyond awesome. They've always been great. It's nostalgia, number one. It just makes you happy. And the community, the Nintendo community, is so supportive of each other. There's not much hate there.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Then when you move into Microsoft, the online community that they built is fantastic. I do not complain every year when I have to pay for my new live subscription. It does not bother me. I abuse it enough that
Yeah.
they probably need a couple more dollars from me how much I use it.
Okay. And what do you think about Sony?
Even though I'm practically the last person to talk about Sony, I couldn't really come up with much, but I respect that as a company.
Oh, okay. All right.
Trolling shall begin in 3, 2, 1.
Droning.
All right. Now we got up next the Zen Gamer. Go ahead, do your thing, man.
Okay, despite going last,
No, I'm
gonna
last.
have to. Oh, you're last. Okay, good luck, dude. Anyway, something about Sony. Let's see. I do like the PlayStation Plus. This is like the fourth damn time you've been hearing that, but if they can manage to take it to the next level with the whole Gaikai acquisition and bring the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games, given that it won't be playing any of those normally, then that would be really great because I didn't exactly own a PlayStation 3 throughout this generation. So if I can access the games that I didn't get to play, that'd be really good. Especially if you get them going at a quick enough pace. Hint, hint, Nintendo.
And with a good enough price.
Yeah. Alright, okay, so Microsoft. I like the fact that everything's, this one entertainment hub. They loved it so much they named the damn thing the Xbox One. So, I just like that. You can just access everything there. Everything else aside, the online is top notch. It is perfect. It's what I wish my Wii U could be one day. So, no grudge in there. Lastly, Nintendo, it's the quality assurance. It's quality. It's just, your games are going to be good. They're going to work at launch, out of the box. And personally, I find myself not waiting on reviews to see what's wrong with the game. I just look at reviews to see what's right with the game. Because you use reviews say, okay, this thing is broken, gotta wait 2 months, then I'll buy it. It's not like that with Nintendo. It's just pure quality. You're gonna get quality. You have no problem buying something at launch, despite not knowing anything about the game other than it's coming. So yeah, that's me.
But Zen, Grand Theft Auto doesn't need to be reviewed on this online scale.
Too soon. Too soon.
You
No, it's
opened up an
not.
old wound,
It's just
man.
right.
Alrighty.
Man.
So I guess I get to go next, huh? All right, here we go. Nintendo. In a word, Miiverse. Enough said.
All right.
Yes.
I love the community. I love the community behind Miiverse. I love the way that you can sit up here and share your drawings, especially with the new drawing app that you got. I like the fact that I like the capturing of the gameplay that you could do little snippets and recordings now in the upcoming games that they have going on where you can leave little data logs like they did with Deus Ex, etc. and whatnot. Like I said, Miiverse integration is going to go a long way. I can only see it growing from here on out. With Xbox and the Microsoft camp, I'm going to surprise you guys. I use an Xbox 360 controller on PC, and I love the feel.
All right.
Can't say much about their latest iteration though.
Yeah,
It's a thumb buster.
40
$100 million.
new innovations. Juan Manchu, how dare you, man? There are 40 new innovations in that thing.
Oh Lord!
All of the triggers.
Drone in.
Rumble triggers.
Oh Lord, rumble triggers. And then finally, one thing that I gotta say that I like, as far as with what's going on with Sony, is I like what they did. Here it goes. I'm gonna get pelted. I like what they did with the Vita, as far as what they're doing with the remote play.
Stones are already airborne.
How dare you say Vita is good?
I like because of the fact that and like I said, I'm going to catch a lot of hell for this. You know what I'm saying? It would have been something nice to see the 3DS do similar things where they could have the console experience as well as
No, you
the
didn't.
portable experience
Stone him.
like they did in Monster Hunter.
Heretic.
You know what? You know what, Quan? I actually had to agree with you.
Thank
I-
you.
Stone them both.
Blasphemous! Get them!
He dares take the side of this infidel?
That's it. Tie him to the wheel. Tie him to the wheel.
No, I see what
Oh,
you're
man.
saying though. I see what you're saying.
No, but it would be interesting to see some cross-compatible games similar to what they did with the 3DS versus the Wii U version of Monster Hunter. I would like
Yeah.
to see more of that on the Wii U front, but I could see that happening more on the Sony front.
The,
You know?
the only thing I'll say about remote play, my main problem with remote play is they try to make it seem like it's a quick and easy process. It really ain't.
Mhm.
It takes a
true.
long time for that stuff to finish. Like, say if you were getting ready for work and you wanted to do like a remote play, you wanted to get what's that Super Smash Brothers knockoff they did? All Stars.
PlayStation All-Stars.
Oh yeah.
If you want to get that on your Vita, it's gonna take about a good 45 minutes to an hour. I know because I did it.
Okay then.
So
Well, but like I said, who knows what they're gonna accomplish with the Gaikai? So hey, who knows?
I mean, like I said, it's a good thing, but like to me, it's one of those things that they probably need to work on the speed of it.
Well, who knows? Like I said,
Hey,
you never
yo.
know.
I just watched this podcast, and the dudes over there are totally objective. Like, objective.
Damn
Oh
them!
my God.
Damn them! Damn that objectivity!
How dare they?
No,
I cannot troll
fanboyism.
this.
No, man, not enough fanboyisms. Damn them! They actually said something nice about Microsoft and Sony, but they're Nintendo guys too. That's it. I quit.
I can't take this anymore.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. That's it.
Actually,
Thumbs
I'm gonna
down.
unsubscribe, then unsubscribe again, so I can hear it next week. Then I'll unsubscribe after that.
Wow, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, Zed, you and I gotta talk after we wrap this up.
Shots fired.
We got to talk. Concerning that, we gotta talk. You're gonna have yourself a laugh.
Bang bang.
Better than B got a HK.
Oh Lord! Speaking of, okay, that's a subject for off the podcast too.
Yes, it is.
Okay, then. So I guess we've wrapped it up for this evening, and we've had a good time, did we all?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, then. So we're gonna start to say our goodbyes from left to right. Gilbert, do your thing.
Goodbye and so long. I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
What about totally about singing online, man?
See,
Stop.
they said there always was one. There was always one. See that?
There'll already be one.
Alrighty then, and it had to be Gilbert. All right. Up next, we're gonna have our goodbyes over here by our resident me that can.
All right, Jamie Butterworth here, signing off. As usual, go buy my book on Amazon. Super powered, awesome book. And as always, how much is your butter worth?
Up next, we got my Jim Boo's little kid.
I would like to say thank you for joining us this evening. You have been attributed to here a very objective-based podcast.
Boo! Boo!
Fired.
You're
Trolling
fired.
to start in 3, 2, 1.
Up next, we have Shader from GN Tech TV.
All right, guys, it's been great. I hope I'm back next week. So, anyways, stay frosty.
Alrighty then. Up next, we got the Fox, the Shadow Fox.
Yep.
What
Shadow
the
Fox,
fox
Shadow Fox,
say?
yes. What did the fox say?
What
yeah,
time is
but-
it, Mr. Fox?
I do promise. I do promise that there will be a YouTube channel and some videos. Well, the channel's there. The videos aren't up yet, and you'll see. And you know, as I always say, do you play games to have fun or to impress other people? So, shots fired. Guess what? I play Xbox.
No, you don't.
No, you don't, liar. All right.
If I don't have pictures, it's not true.
Burn him. Burn him.
Have
Burn
a
him,
higher gamer
blasphemer.
score than me. That's not fair. You're a Nintendo guy.
How dare you have a higher game score than me? Lies.
Okay. Up next, we got Vicky. Vicky's going to sit up here and give her sign off, and she's first time, and hope to have her back.
Well, I would hope to be back. It was a lot of fun. You guys are very interesting. And
We'll take that as a
gamers
compliment.
do exist, so please respect us.
There you go.
Always.
And up next, we got the Zen Gamer. Here we go.
You already know who it is, Ninzendo the Zen Gamer, coming to you once again from the Gamers at Large podcast. Provided that Google Plus stop hating me, I will be here again next
Google,
week.
get on that, fix that. All right, and of course, we have me, myself, I, the QMC, Quan Manchu, here with the rest of the guys and the gal of Gamers at Large podcast, bidding you a farewell. And as I always say, whatever's clever.